Caleb Donovan's appearance at the club came as a surprise to Ethan. "Good afternoon, Mr. Ethan. Were you told I was looking for you?" "Good afternoon, Mr. Caleb. Yes, I was told." "What brings you to New York?" "Some family inheritance issues. A distant relative. Let me buy you a drink," Ethan offered. "Gladly," Caleb replied with a smile. As they talked, Caleb began to ramble, telling Ethan how persecuted he felt. Ever since winning that debut prize, he said, he hadn't been appreciated. "They're jealous of my success. I'm not welcome. I'm not being published. Anything I write gets criticized. They have their people. They share the money and success. It's all a closed circuit." Ethan listened patiently as Caleb vented his anger. "I can imagine how hard that must be," Ethan said gently. "But remember, true fulfillment doesn't come from others. It comes from within." Caleb seemed pleasantly surprised, but only for a moment. He went on, his words turning into more wild accusations and curses. Then he buried his head in his hands and started crying. His face twisted in pain. His eyes stayed shut. His hands clutched his head as he trembled violently. His face turned red, soaked in sweat. "What's wrong?" Ethan asked, visibly concerned. "I have horrible headaches." "Have they been happening for a while? Or did they just start?" "They've been going on for a while. After my book launch, I moved in with Charlotte. I didn't know the place well, fell down the stairs, and since then, the headaches started." "Haven't you ever had problems?" "What kind of problems?" "Had problems. I guess everyone's had migraines at some point." "I meant something else. For a year now, I've been hearing a liquid boiling in my head. I'm going to lie down for a bit." Ethan watched Caleb walk unsteadily away, confused. The man seemed fine at first, but now saw himself as an unfairly treated writer, persecuted. That he had shared these feelings with Ethan made Ethan want to treat the situation carefully, even if he had no real obligation to. Caleb's vision was blurry. He called out to Charlotte, "No." Answer. She couldn't answer anyway. She was in Chicago. Climbing the stairs was hard. Caleb felt like something was trying to strike him through the concrete floor. He gathered the leftover dinner scraps and tossed them into the trash outside his room. He hoped the smell of rotten food would be enough to scare off anyone trying to come in. Then he took another aspirin. His thoughts began to clear. He entered the bedroom, sat on the edge of the bed, and took off his shoes. They felt heavy and too large for his feet. He rubbed his bare feet against the carpet, making a sound that reminded him of an animal. It was funny, oddly funny, given the state he was in. He lay down on top of the blanket, curling up into a comfortable position. He didn't fall asleep right away. Not without another painkiller first. Ethan followed Caleb to his room. "Hey," Ethan said quietly, stepping inside and closing the door behind him. "Are you okay?" No answer. Ethan noticed the walls, covered in scribbles written in Caleb's handwriting. It was clear something was wrong. One message stood out. "I've seen a lot of doctors. They all say the same thing: stress, burnout, but they don't understand. It's something more, something darker." Among the piles of papers on Caleb's desk was a journal. Ethan picked it up and flipped through the pages. "My marginalization is Ethan Parker's fault. I'll visit this man and settle things once and for all." The next day, Ethan was at home, working. The phone rang. "Hope I'm not bothering you," said Nolan. "Not at all, just a regular workday. The writer from Chicago is leaving today. He asked me to invite you to the club. He insists on saying goodbye. You and I will see each other later today. But I won't be meeting Caleb. I got drunk and ran off with a woman. Or maybe two." Ethan slowly tapped his pen against the desk. He thought that in this state, Mr. Caleb would either write something brilliant or never write again.